Alright, I got another article coming your way here, and of course it's about the DC Universe. This might be the last DC Universe video I'm probably going to do for a little while, unless tons of new information does come out about the SnyderVerse and DC in general. Then we'll talk about it, of course, and if it is interesting to me, I'll definitely bring it up. I think that over the next couple of days, my videos are going to be a lot different and very centered on other things that aren't DC. So for now, this is going to be the last DC discussion we might have for a little while. And I wanted to talk about this one because it deals with Dwayne Johnson. He's advocating for Restore the Snyderverse. And apparently him and Henry Cavill are very good friends. So there is an interest in working together, and there's an interest in continuing that story, especially from Dwayne's perspective. There are tons of articles and discussions and rumors about how Dwayne Johnson is pushing for the Snyderverse. But this article in particular is the one that caught my attention. It is entitled, "Warner Brothers Reportedly Can't Tell Dwayne Johnson No About Restoring the Snyderverse." So let's get into it. As the conversation surrounding the future of the Snyderverse continues to rumble on, it was inevitable that once the ball started rolling, it would begin gathering additional caveats of rumor and speculation along the way. One of the more recent wrinkles to the story has been the multiple reports making the rounds that say Dwayne Johnson could turn out to be integral to the whole thing. There have been a variety of tales circulating over the last week or so that claim the DCEU's Black Adam is fighting the Restore the Snyderverse fight behind closed doors in an attempt to try and convince Warner Brothers that picking up from where Zack Snyder's Justice League left off is in the best interest of all parties. However, the world's biggest movie star has yet to publicly address any of the rumors, despite his willingness to share plenty of information regarding his upcoming slate with his social media following, which numbers into the hundreds of millions. Tipster Mikey Sutton is now claiming, though, that the studio might find themselves having to bend to his demands, given Johnson's status in the industry and reputation as a proven box office draw, with his continued involvement in the DCEU potentially worth billions. The statement here is, in the end, will at&t allow Warner Media to tell The Rock he can't do this? They can't. The Rock is cash and is worth billions. One recurring theme of the Snyderverse discourse has been the reported differences in opinion between Warner Brothers and its owner at&t, the latter of whom are said to be pushing for Justice League's many dangling plot threads to continue being pulled on. As things stand, we're no closer to getting an answer, but in the broadest terms, Dwayne Johnson is a contracted DC Films talent who presumably signed a multi-picture deal to headline Black Adam. So it's still unclear at this stage how much influence his contract gives him behind the scenes in regards to matters that happen outside of his own solo franchise. Things are getting juicy. Getting all interesting up in here. I think things are getting so juicy up in Warner Brothers and DC that you can almost taste the juice. There's juice in my mouth right now. It's just saliva, but it's juicy. So let's realistically take into consideration that Johnson is pushing for the Snyderverse. Let's say he is trying to get, because I've heard he's trying to get a Man of Steel 2 for Henry Cavill, and there's just a lot of things he's trying to push forward. I think his voice is one of the most important voices you can have in this community right now. Wasn't he just like the top paid actor in Hollywood last year or the year before that or something? When you have someone of his caliber speaking to what not only they should be doing, but to what us fans want as well, I think his is a voice you gotta listen to. I mean, he is producing Black Adam too, and even these very loose rumors that I'm sure are not true, but the idea that Henry Cavill was at one point supposed to show up as Superman in the Black Adam movie. Even too, at the very end of the Shazam movie, when Henry Cavill's Superman, well, it's not Henry Cavill, but Superman, his version, shows up at the end of the film, they just cut off his head, which I actually don't know if anyone's been seeing, but on YouTube there are plenty of videos of people actually CGIing that scene where you do see Henry Cavill's head, and it looks pretty seamless. Like, it doesn't look like there's too much of an issue, and why they couldn't have done that in the first place doesn't really make sense to me. If you're going to use Henry Cavill's suit and the persona of his Superman, why wouldn't you just get the man for the job? Now, this article is from We Got This Covered, so I don't always find We Got This Covered to be the most reliable site or the most reliable source, but they're not the only site who is talking about The Rock pitching for the SnyderVerse. There is not much more to really say about this, because right now everything is just rumor based and we don't have a definitive answer. And yeah, if you want to consider Ann Sarnoff's response to no to the SnyderVerse as of now as a positive and confirmed response of not continuing his vision, I can't blame you for feeling that way, but I just don't think they can confidently sit here and say that it's never going to happen, especially with multiple rumors about at&t pushing for Justice League and Warner Media being the one who's standoffish on it. And at&t owns Warner Brothers now, so is there a way that they might potentially have a stronger voice than Warner Media? Are they gonna have some sort of listen to Papa effect, like we're the boss here, you do what we say? I don't know what these corporate deals are like. I don't know how it works. I just think it is very important about so many of these actors and directors and producers and notable people in the industry who every single day are coming together for the Restore the SnyderVerse hashtag. And I think one of the most important people you can have right now who is pushing for it, whether or not it has been directly confirmed because he shows it on his social media, Dwayne Johnson pushing for Restore the SnyderVerse is definitely a good sign, and hopefully it just gets better from here. This is always my favorite part of the video, is begging for likes and subscribes. So if you could do so, that would be much appreciated. And also too, I like hearing from everyone, so shoot off in the comments below and let me know if you think that Dwayne Johnson's voice would actually make a difference in this process, along with so many other people who have joined the hashtag as well. Well guys, until next time, talk to you soon.